Once this becomes officially a murder, everything that you have done after the fact points to you as being the suspect.
At this moment, 37-year-old Stephen R. Yinger realizes he is the prime suspect in the disappearance of his 54-year-old roommate, Jorge Diaz Johnston, a noted LGBTQ rights activist. What began as a routine missing person inquiry quickly unraveled into a complex, unsettling investigation with secrets ready to surface and a truth far darker than anyone could have imagined.
I had nothing to do with George. Nothing. I'm telling you everything I know. I don't know where he's at.
Evidence continues to mount against Stephen, even as he insists he is innocent.
I wish I would stop saying he's dead.
Detective Roberts doesn't believe that. He thinks this was your idea, this was your plan, this is what you wanted to happen.
In early January 2022, 54-year-old activist Jorge Diaz Johnston vanished without warning, leaving coworkers and friends deeply worried. Detectives followed his trail from his workplace in Tallahassee back to the apartment he shared with 37-year-old roommate Stephen Charles Yinger, where signs of a sudden struggle emerged and Jorge's belongings were missing. Surveillance footage and bank records point repeatedly to Stephen, who was soon brought into a stark interrogation room as investigators pressed relentlessly for the truth.
And I'll be straight up, I talked to, just a second ago when I was out there, I talked to the guy that, the cop that made contact with you there. And now we're concerned as to where George's car is, because we know that it was there earlier today, now it's gone. Mm-hmm. We're not worried about like a stolen vehicle charge or anything like that, because it's my understanding from reading the original report, I guess, you have access to the car.
Yes, sir.
So, but we need to look at the car.
Yes, sir.
Do you know where the car's at?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to advise you of your rights now, because you've been arrested for DWSR. Here's the thing, Steve. I don't care about DWSR, so I'm not gonna ask you about DWSR so that you don't incriminate yourself about DWSR. Because all I'm worried about is trying to find George.
Right.
So, but because you're technically in custody, because they did bring you up in your handcuffs, I have to advise you of your rights. So now we're going to take something that could have taken 5 minutes in your front yard. We've just turned it into a big deal. I apologize. So I'm going to read these to you. You have the right to remain silent. So, you and Jorge, when did you first meet Jorge?
In October.
Okay. How did y'all meet?
At this place called Oxford House.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
It's a sober living community kind of.
Where's it at? I haven't heard of it.
It's over Barberville Drive.
Despite a violent past, Stephen sits in the interrogation room, barely holding himself together. Years earlier, he had cycled through arrest for burglary, assault, and theft, serving multiple stints behind bars that never curbed his temper or his need to take. His voice falters, his words stumble, and the weight of the moment presses hard on him. Yet, despite his cracks, breaking him proved far tougher than the detective ever imagined.
Did you kill George?
No.
Have you ever fought with George?
No. No.
Where's George's phone?
I don't know.
It was at the house when you and Kelly were there on Wednesday night.
No.
Yes.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And GPS records put it at the house. It's put it at the house the whole time until it went dead or it was turned off. Kelly said that she was at the house with you on Wednesday night.
She did.
Yeah. Because, what was it, the night before? You told her that she had some good news. She went over to her house. What did you tell her?
Nothing. I just asked her if she would stay with me.
Mm-hmm. You told her that George was going to Miami?
No.
That's what she says.
The only thing I said about Miami was the other day, just because I was just trying to cover for him. That was just like 2 days ago. Or maybe it was even yesterday or something like that.
She said that you drove over to her house at 11 o'clock at night to tell her the good news. George was going to Miami. And she'd be able to come over to the house and hang and spend the night, which was good because George didn't really like her being there, so she had to come hang for a while. Then Wednesday night, she's over there watching the big screen TV in the living room when the phone she hears the phone over there on the desk go off, and she gets up and she moves some papers around the desk, and lo and behold, there's George's phone. And she asks you, isn't this weird that George's phone is still here?
That's not true.
And then she said, you told her, yeah, that is weird because I've been calling him.
I have been calling him.
Mm-hmm. Which, and we both looked at the phone records.
Mm-hmm.
You've been blowing him up.
Yes.
No doubt. No doubt. But it'll be weird because you've been calling him for days, but the phone's in the house.
Stephen's claim of having no knowledge about Jorge's missing phone comes under sharp scrutiny. Detectives quietly gather leads and speak with those close to Stephen, sensing a critical break is near. In a few minutes, a conversation with someone who knows Stephen better than anyone else surfaces, and what she has to say will change the course of the investigation.
She blonde?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. How old is she?
I don't know.
Yeah? Younger than you?
I'm not really sure. I talked to her a couple of days. Like,
so she sees text messages. You probably ain't never done nothing with Taylor. Maybe you have. I don't know. That pisses her off. So Thursday, y'all break up.
Mm-hmm.
But you talked to her since Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
What have y'all talked about?
What do you mean? What we talking
I mean, you
about?
said y'all broke up on, like, when I asked you, like, well, why would she say these things, you know, about George's phone being there, there being a TV in the living room, about you telling her, hey, good news, babe, George is going to Miami, you can come over to the house Wednesday night. Why would she, I asked you, why would she make these things up about you? And you said, we broke up on Thursday. So she must be mad.
The Miami thing I just told her.
Yeah.
She
She says it happened earlier. She says it was like, good news, George is going to Miami. You can come over to the house on Wednesday night. And that was Tuesday at 11 p.m. when you told her that. That's what she says. I said, why would she lie on you like that? And you said, well, we broke up. She got mad at me on Thursday. We broke up. But she didn't stay mad at you. Because the other night at 8:42, you guys are sitting in a car at Fred George Park when the deputy rolls up. And she talks to y'all. She runs your name. She tells us where you parked at. You know, she did her job. So you guys didn't stay broken up. So my point is, whatever happened with Taylor on Thursday night is not enough to make her put you in the hot seat for George's disappearance. Because she's not that mad at you about Taylor.
Right. Okay.
Because she was with you the other night at the park.
Right.
She went to Ross tonight, we'll say tonight. She went to Ross for you tonight to buy lingerie so that y'all could spend the night in the motel at Motel 6. For the life of me, I can't understand why she just wouldn't come back to like your place, why we want to go stay in the Motel 6. Whatever. She said she's been wanting to stay in a motel for a while. Maybe the house has got bad vibes because of what happened in it. I don't know.
Nothing happened in that house. I have done nothing to George.
Stephen's girlfriend, Kelly, holds the key to cracking the case, and the detective senses it. She is about to contradict Stephen's story about Jorge's phone, a detail powerful enough to unravel his entire defense. With each careful question, the detective lays trap after trap, setting the stage for the truth. Stephen has already stepped into the first trap, and with Kelly's arrival, the web tightens, shifting the room from tense to dangerous.
George just told me that I'm going to Miami to go with his husband. They're rekindling their thing. How come Don hadn't seen him, George?
I'm trying to cover for him. I don't know where he's at. I don't know.
Well, why is your story that you're telling me is different than what you're telling these people? Who are you?
Hey, Kel, when you were over at the house Wednesday night, you spent the night
Mm-hmm.
after hearing the good news Tuesday night. You go over.
Mm-hmm.
You heard a phone ring
Yeah,
in the living room?
yeah. George's phone was on the thing. We found it.
There's never been no phone there, Kelly.
Are you kidding me? We picked it up. We realized it was George's phone that he left, and we set it back down. Yeah, you know that.
No.
Listen, I know that I'm sitting here telling these police officers what happened and what you told me where George was. I don't know what you're telling them.
Exactly the truth.
Listen,
I haven't seen him since Tuesday.
Okay.
I
haven't seen him since Tuesday.
Okay. Well, I don't understand why these police officers are telling me that the story that you've told me about where George went to Miami and stuff like that, that is not.
And I told him 2 days ago. I told him that he was in Miami.
Kelly, does George often let you guys use the car?
Yeah.
BMW?
Yeah.
What about his credit cards?
No.
Would that
I've
be-
never known George to let us use a credit card.
Okay.
His car, yeah, we've always used it.
Has Steve ever mentioned, hey, George, let me use his debit card?
No.
To the tune of $800 over the course of a couple of days?
No.
Okay. And while you're in here, I want to ask you, I guess he got you a new phone on, remember what day that was?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Because like on Monday, he went to go get one with the Cash App, couldn't get one.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, he went and got one paid for by George. You guys have communicated since then, right?
Who? Me.
You,
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah, we talk every day.
Okay. Why aren't there any text messages? Why don't you have a text message on your phone anymore? Why did you delete
wow.
those? Yeah.
Probably because like there's me asking him to get his tune sheet for me.
And you was worried we'd see those?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not good. Thank you for coming here and talking to us.
Sure.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
ask.
go home?
Yeah.
No.
Will's gonna ask you some stuff about your phone and some consent and whatnot.
I'm ready to go home.
Okay. Will you ask her about that?
If there's anything else, like,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go home.
Kelly drifts in and out, but somehow makes the entire interrogation feel effortless. One thing's obvious, Stephen has no clue what he's babbling about. Now, the detective just has to sit back and watch him crumble. Breaking Stephen isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
I've had something very similar that's happened before, except it was a husband and wife kind of thing. And the wife went missing, and the husband said that she left him and just left the car, left the property and everything. Well, about 2 months later, her body showed up. It turned out that he actually killed her, and he was using her credit cards and all kind of stuff like that. And that's the reason this is, well, yeah, but that's the only person we got right now saying that is you. And I'm sure Investigator Roberts is extremely good homicide investigator. But the problem now is if someone's harmed this guy, everyth's gonna be focused on you right now.
I know, but I haven't done anything to this man.
Well, what you need to do is, I'm gonna go. I've got some breakfast bar things that may help you. Try to rack your brain about anybody that will harm him, or how maybe anywhere he went to, how we could find him if he's ran off and he's hiding, which I don't think he is. I think something really bad has happened to him. Because people don't leave their phones. Because I don't leave my house without a phone. That's just human nature now. Anywhere you go, you got a phone in your pocket or your hand or in your car or something. Nobody leaves without their little device. And whenever somebody leaves the device, either if they leave it for a short time, they forgot it. They come back and get it. But if it's left behind, either it's left behind because they can't come back and get it, or they don't want to come back and get it because they know you can be tracked. So that's usually, and if the reason you can't is if you're dead or you're being held captive or something somewhere. Let me go get you a cereal bar.
I came in here because I'm kind of a different mindset of Detective Roberts. Okay. He's pretty convinced, as I'm sure you could tell through your interview with him, he's pretty convinced that you're the one that did this. Okay.
Did what?
Had something to do with George. Other than Kelly being in here, you see anybody coming and running to your defense?
Here, the detective uses theme development, a technique that gently offers a softer story, suggesting the crime was a sudden mistake, helping the suspect feel safe enough to tell the truth. It's meant to calm and encourage a confession, but Stephen is already so tense that even this careful approach only makes him more uneasy.
I don't think that you're the mastermind of this. I don't think you wanted any of this to happen, but it's happened, and we are where we are.
I don't know what happened.
And whenever we find whoever else was involved in this, you can bet your ass first thing they're going to do is they're going to say it was Stephen. It was Stephen's idea. Stephen planned the whole damn thing. Okay. That's why we're trying to tell you the stuff you're telling us ain't lining up, Mace. Here's the thing, okay? One way or another, because George is missing under very suspicious circumstances, okay? And when you walk out of this room today, if George is dead somewhere, and we find George's body, and we determine that, or a medical examiner reviews, checks the body and determines that George has died of a homicide.
I wish I would stop saying he's dead.
I'm not saying that he is dead. I'm saying if all this happens, Detective Roberts doesn't believe that. He thinks this was your idea, this was your plan, this is what you wanted to happen. I don't think that's the case. I think you're upset because you didn't want this to happen. I think somewhere in your heart, you liked George, you cared for him, y'all might have had differences, y'all may have argued, but y'all were still, at some point in time, friends. But the only way to get that weight off your chest and to give a reasonable explanation as to how this all happened is if you talk to me, okay?
I don't know anything.
Stephen, I'm
I
telling you.
don't know nothing.
The only way to avoid that is for you to tell us what happened.
I don't know what happened, and I don't know
Stephen.
nothing. I don't
Hey,
know
stop,
anything.
Stop. Okay. You can sit here and you can try
I'm
and
done with that shit, man.
you can try and convince yourself of that all day long.
I'm done with that shit. I'm tired of arguing with y'all, man.
I'm not.
Stupid, man. Y'all are trying to railroad me because I fucking use his car.
No, we're not trying to railroad you because you
Stupid.
used his car. I don't think you ever intended for anything like this to happen. It's like I said, I don't think you're a bad guy. But until we get the explanation of what happened, guess what? We're going to find a dead body.
Stephen's cry in the interrogation room seems theatrical. He played a central role in Jorge's disappearance, from being the last person to see him alive to controlling access to his belongings and finances in the days that followed. Therefore, when investigators raised the possibility that Jorge may be dead, Stephen should not feel surprised. Yet the weight of his actions bears down on him. Despite everything that already has come to light, the most profound revelation remains hidden, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to emerge.
Where you been staying at Elm Street?
What side of town? Do you know what side of town?
Why haven't you been staying at the house?
Like I said, the police have been riding by, and plus it's torn to pieces. The whole house is torn to pieces.
What you mean?
So I guess y'all searched the house or whatever. It's tore up.
Like broken? Or like it's just messy?
Yeah, just everything is everywhere. Like all the closets are emptied out, and all the stuff is all over the floor. And it's,
So is it better to stay on the street or to sleep in the house?
I just
You didn't want
it just make it so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's what I'm asking. So is it more comfortable for you to stay out
yeah,
and sleep out at the hustler than to sleep in your house?
yeah.
What's uncomfortable about it?
Like I said, the house is torn to pieces. There's stuff everywhere.
So who's gonna fix it?
I'm gonna have to at some point, but y'all, it won't leave me alone.
if this was you missing, you'd want us to do all these pictures too.
And I understand that. I really do. I do.
You gotta understand, you're the last person to see George. Okay. So you're the last one to see him. So that's why we keep coming to you. Okay. If you were missing, you'd want us to put all this effort into
Yes, ma'am.
to the other person as well. Okay. So I know it's frustrating, but we're here. This is where we're at. It's been a long time that George has been missing.
I tried to get him some weed, but I couldn't. Dude said he didn't have none.
Who'd you try to get it from?
Hmm?
Who'd you try to get it from?
Hmm.
Is it the one that you gave the car to?
I'm
No.
not gonna answer that. I tried to get him some weed. I couldn't get him no weed. He said okay. I asked him if he could use the car. He said yeah, fine. Put gas in the car. I left. When I came back, it's about the same time.
Did you put gas in the car?
Yes.
Okay, where'd you put gas in the car at again? And I'm asking because I didn't talk to you that day. I know you went through a lot of this with Investigator or Detective Roberts.
I don't remember exact time, man. Y'all
was
had,
it still daylight? Was it nighttime?
It was nighttime.
Nighttime. So late that night.
The detective that I talked to, he knows all this. I
understand, but we have to go through it again.
Okay. Well,
So he's out sick, so it's hard for us to get up and that's why he's not here. That's why we're here.
Yeah. So you get back to the house and he's not there anymore. Okay. But he gave you permission to take the car and told you to get gas. Did you tell him that you couldn't get weed? That the guy was out? Okay.
Stephen has been in that interrogation room for hours, relentlessly questioned by multiple detectives. Stephen grows exhausted mentally and physically, but continues to refuse speaking. His silence serves as a window into the way some people protect themselves, how fear, guilt, or calculated strategy can turn a person into a wall that nothing seems to penetrate. Every question thrown his way seems absorbed, deflected, leaving investigators to wrestle with the human endurance and the opaque nature of deception. Yet the most shocking twist in this interrogation approaches within minutes.
See, you gotta look at this.
I haven't done anything wrong.
I didn't say you did anything wrong, man.
I'm not talking about this anymore. I haven't done anything.
Well, George is dead.
George is dead, Steve.
We found George. George was murdered. We're trying to make sense of what could have happened.
I think I need a lawyer.
The man didn't deserve this.
What do you think happened? How did you drown him? He was killed.
I don't want to talk anymore. I need a lawyer.
In the moment, the news of Jorge's death fails to fully impact Stephen. His fake cries and feigned sympathy no longer convince anyone. Every tactic the detectives used has come full circle. Stephen played a central role in Jorge's disappearance, controlling access to his belongings and finances. He refuses to confess, yet the truth edges closer with every uncovered detail. Step by step, investigators piece together what really happened, and the endgame is finally here. After Jorge's body was discovered, detectives called in Mohamed Dayan, a friend who had recently crossed paths with both men. His measured account soon gives investigators the crucial breakthrough they needed against Stephen.
Today's the 10th. Alright, so today, what did you do today? What you did today? Today you woke up.
My brother, I just went to met my brother, swap car with him, but he was supposed to take the rental. Maximum.
You swap cars with your brother's lot?
Mm-hmm.
What's your brother's name? I'm talking about your
my brother
Steve.
Oh, Steven. Yeah. We swapped today. That's it.
You and Steven swapped today?
Yeah. I gave him the blue car. He gave me the Maxima because he was supposed to return it.
Steven had the blue car today?
I gave him it today.
How late?
This morning. I swapped it with him this morning.
You swapped?
Right.
Which car?
The blue car.
The blue Toyota?
Right.
With Steven?
Right.
For what car did
The Maxima I got pulled over in.
So Steven has the blue Toyota right now?
Right.
Okay. You got the blue Toyota. Where you say it was going? He wanted some money for it?
No, my brother?
No, I'm talking about Steven.
We're talking about Steven.
Steven.
Oh, no. Nah, that's what I'm saying. No, Steven. No, me and Steven mad. He got me confused. I thought we were talking about my brother.
No, right now.
Yeah, Steven. So now let's go back.
Alright. So y'all meet the Hilltop Shield. What side of the story y'all meet on?
Right, because since I'm kind of curious, I'm trying to put him around cameras and stuff. So I kind of like, be around cameras and stuff.
Alright, so if you did it yesterday, how is your Apple ID and all that stuff getting on to the watch and all this other stuff prior to yesterday?
What you mean prior to? The dude said Friday. It wasn't Friday. I got that. I think I got that Sunday. I try to figure out how to work because I never probably connect to my phone or whatnot. My iPhone is off anyway.
So Friday, you didn't get the call. You didn't get it Friday?
I don't think so. I don't remember because I don't
Think back
use it.
to it because the thing about it is with the records you can't. This
Right.
is stuff that makes records that nobody's going.
See, I don't want to say nothing I don't know. That's what I'm trying to. I'm being careful. I could got a lawyer or anything, but I'm not.
Is it a possibility you could have got this on Friday? Did you see Steven?
In my vision, I see everything at the shell station Sunday. He gave me everything Sunday.
Did you see Steven on Friday?
I don't know if it was Friday or it was Thursday. I don't want. I told him to meet me at 7 here, so I can give him some of my twins. I don't know when it was. That's it.
Detectives eventually discovered Mohamed with several of Jorge's missing luxury items, including expensive watches, designer pieces, and cash. The finding raised immediate questions about whether greed played a role in the killing. Mohamed was not the one who carried out the murder, but he had handled stolen property and knew more than he first admitted. As his connection to Steven emerged in the interrogation, the chain of evidence closed in, ensuring that neither man escapes the consequences.
So you're driving in the dead man's car, you're
Man,
wearing the dead man's watch.
Please, what's your name? Please don't say it. Don't do that.
I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, that is the dead man's car, the dead man's watch.
Got me involved in some. Like, come on,
Yes.
bro. I'm trying to do better for my kids. Like,
You driving the dead man's car, you got the dead man's watch, and it's not like he just died. This guy was murdered.
what happened?
He was murdered. I'm not going to tell you how it happened. I can't tell you how it happened.
Oh no, I don't know. He didn't tell me nothing, so I can't tell you nothing. Trust me, oh my God, I kind of know it. I kind of know he done did something wrong. I know it.
You did more than something wrong.
That's crazy, yo. I done did some shit, boy. Hell no. Oh, I figured it out on myself now. I can't tell you everything I know, but I don't know nothing that boy do. I see how people get in trouble, they don't even be doing nothing. This is one of them things right here. You don't even know what's going on, you get accused of things. Boy, that's crazy. I'm trying to see where I was Friday. I don't know what I got down. Medicine. Did I went to the gas station? I think I did. What's that? What time that was? I was in medicine. That was all night. What time was it? Shit, all y'all gotta look at the camera, goddamn, from the morning to night. You gonna see that car pulling up over there. This can't be the worst thing, anything. You gotta see this people car and stuff, the line and say that's your car. Y'all some evil people, man. I swear to God, I'm glad they didn't invite you to my house. Nah, dang, God, please take me to jailhouse so I can face my kids, because I don't know what this boy got going on. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of my damn warrant. Get that shit over with. This stupid ass dude. You really gonna be surprised I'm telling the truth. No, I wasn't saying you're not telling the truth, but you know what God said. Either way, you still didn't believe me. You find out that I was telling the truth, then you apologize. It's always be like that anyway. You can't tell the truth to tomorrow. They ain't gonna believe it. Oh God, so glad I got that shit off my back.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm like, I don't play like that.
So if we get your cell phone location stuff, it's not going to tell us that you went to Panama City that day?
If my phone said I was in Panama City, I signed the paper and I'll do 100 years for you.
We're trying to figure out exactly when that watch, that Apple Watch specifically, was passed from him to you.
Yeah, like I had said, he gave me the watch.
And just to clarify, that was, you remember what day he said?
You said on Sunday when you were at the thing, but that was
Sunday
at the Shell where the cameras is what you said.
Yeah, somewhere, yeah.
Red Hill Shell, is that right?
Yeah, the Shell right up here in North Monroe, where you met him, and
So that was, so he gave you the watch on the same day he gave you the TV?
Yes, sir. I think
The
so.
AirPods,
Yes, sir.
okay. Because
I even told him. They didn't know about it. That's what I told him. What he gave me.
And we see that on camera. I mean, obviously
Yes.
you can see the TV.
Right,
you know?
right.
So we see that. So I'm just trying to verify that that was the same. Like the day he gave you the TV is the same day he gave you the watch.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to say yes.
All right.
Because I tried to figure out. Then that night I tried to figure out how to work the watch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's how he linked to my iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I never used no Apple Watch before, so I don't know.
They don't have a soul, so
right.
There's nothing there ticking, no wheel spinning around. I'm not
Yes,
interested, so it's too much technology for me. I'll be very upfront. The reason I'm asking you this is it seems all kind of cryptic. Is based on your statements and then what we can see on camera. It would appear that you received that watch, there like on Sunday. Just like you said, there's a possibility that Stephen, and we're trying to iron this out with some iCloud. How should I say this?
Yeah.
He might have attached your name to the device
So,
before he gave it to you.
It looks like a login to the device. I told you this when you were in here, when we spoke, that there was a login to the device on that Friday.
Right.
So,
he never got close to my phone. He never got.
But your information is in the device as a login on
Right.
that Friday.
That's when he was downloading when I did that, all the pushing button and stuff to connect with my iPhone. That's when I guess all my information went to the watch.
Right, but that would have happened on Sunday versus,
Right.
but Apple has it happening on Friday. So I know y'all met up Friday. Remember, he met you to get some Tunchi on Friday, before he went to Panama City. So did y'all mess around with the Apple Watch at all Friday? That's what we're just trying, because around that time y'all were meeting is when that login happened.
Like, we don't even spend no more than 2 minutes with each other, because I just share my Tunchi with him and he gone, that's it.
Right.
Despite neither Mohamed nor Stephen ever confessing, the trail of evidence told the story. Jorge was strangled inside the apartment he shared with Stephen, and his luxury belongings were taken and later found with Mohamed. Days later, Jorge's body was discovered in a trash pile at a Jackson County landfill. Witness accounts, forensic proof, and stolen property tied everything together, revealing a night of greed and violence that ended a life devoted to compassion and advocacy, a loss that still weighs heavily on everyone who loved him. On December 15, 2023, the trial against Stephen R. Yinger reached its conclusion. After weeks of testimony, forensic evidence, and witness statements, including Mohamed Dayan confirming key parts of the timeline, the jury finds Stephen guilty of first-degree murder and related charges. In the packed courtroom, the judge cited the calculated strangulation, the theft of Jorge's belongings, and Stephen's lack of remorse before imposing the maximum penalty, life in prison, without the possibility of parole.